Make this life right now on earth your heaven. Is it weird that I actually like quarantine? I'm just a human exactly the same as you. I did not dress up for this video. I ain't look good when I quarantine. Hello everyone. How are you guys doing? So I am quarantining right now in Hong Kong with my son. Thank God that everything has been really smooth and we've actually had no complaint, and we're actually really enjoying this quiet time that we have together. I've been able to really feel very present with my life because there's literally nothing to do, and there's not those, busynesses of life that cause you to live unconsciously. And so anyways, so my experience so far was we went on the plane, and it was my son's first time knowing that he was on a plane, because back in the day he was still a little baby, and so he didn't really know, and all he needed was milk, mommy, and he would be fine. But now it was his first time. He was sitting by himself. He actually didn't need to sit with me, so that was really, really good, because he was so excited. He was like, "Mommy, plane, plane, plane." So he was just so excited to have this experience. And when we got off, we had to do around, I think it was 2.5 hours of walking around almost the entire airport to go to different booths and stations to check our IDs, to make sure our phone is right, to make sure we have a QR code or whatever it was, I don't really remember, and just to make sure our hotels were right, that we knew the set of rules of what quarantine meant, checking our passports, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of repetitive checkings actually, but they were really just trying to make sure that everything is right and careful, which is really good. That was fine. Jared really never complained on that either, so hallelujah, thank you very much, praise God. He made it really easy on me. And then we finally got to get our luggages, and that was very exciting because Jared right away was able to point out which was our luggage. And then we finally got to our quarantine hotel, and Jared was so excited. He was jumping up and down. And finally we went into our room, and this place was amazing. They have great service. The size is more than enough for me and Jared. And they had a lot of things that I don't have at home for Jared actually, or for myself. And in the beginning, it was fine actually. We were just really jet lagged. We were jet lagged for around, I think, 8 days until we got things in order. Now we're very in check with things and we're very comfortable. And so far, Jared still has not complained about going home. But what we do is in the morning, we'll wake up, we lift up our Chung leaves, and then we say, "Good morning world, good morning Hong Kong," and then we also yell out and we go, "Good morning Kelly, good morning Jeremy, good morning Logo." And then before we sleep, we do the same. We go, "Kelly, I love you, I miss you so much. Logo, I love you, I hope you can hear me. I wish you guys have a great night's sleep," and stuff like that. So it's been really nice. It feels like we're far away, but actually our souls, our hearts are actually still connected. And because we're far away, I'm looking out into the beautiful, Victoria Harbor and the mountains and the skies, everything that God has created in nature. And I just feel like this experience is great because it makes me and my family miss each other and appreciate each other so much more. And we just look forward to the next day, because it means it's closer to reuniting again and seeing each other. And it's such a great experience for me and Jared because it's just me and him. So literally we're spending quality, conscious, present times with each other. So I haven't played with him so much. In this room, we've been playing Lego, we've been playing drawing, we've been reading, We've been watching television together, YouTube together. We've been eating together. We've been laughing and being silly together. We've been creative and, using whatever things that we already have in the hotel, and then thinking of how to play games in there. For example, using a garbage bin as the basketball hoop when we actually have a basketball hoop, but instead we used a garbage bin, and stuff like that. And then using toilet paper rolls to color, stick stuff, and make things into cutesy wootsy little beings. Suddenly be able to reflect, to wind down, to quiet the mind, to breathe, to read, to look outside the window and realize how lucky you are to even breathe and live and have a life of your own. Is it weird that I actually like quarantine? So recently, friends have, texted me, and I'd be like, hey, are you free for a call? It's like now you have to ask people, are you free for a call, instead of calling them directly, even when you want to, because texting is so easy. So I've been talking to some of my friends, or even people that I haven't seen for a long time, or people that need help, or people that I just feel like, hey, I think I need to check up on them. When back in the day, maybe in Vancouver, I don't have time to check up on them because I'm so busy with mummyhood and just life in general, like everybody else. And so now I've been able to talk to them, just get to know what's going on. And it's just been really good because I can really ask them how they are. Not in a surface level way, but in a really, how are you doing? Are you okay? Is there anything you want to share with me? Please tell me more. I'd love to know. And when you need, please reach out to me, And so the more and more I speak one-on-one with friends or people that I know, and I'm just hearing the same thing. Everyone's going through the same thing, and it's like resisting life, worried, having these major emotions, embarrassed, afraid to tell the truth, and it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. You know how sometimes, for example, a quarantine. Let me just talk about quarantine then, to make it more simple. Before we even quarantine, if we're gonna think, oh my God, quarantine, I'm not gonna quarantine, this is freaking scary. Oh my God, I'm gonna be trapped up here. I don't think I can handle it. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be so bored. I'm gonna be so stressed. Oh my God, I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna have mental disorder. I'm gonna have this, that. These are all thoughts that we're living in the future. We're jumping steps and we're thinking about the future, and we're creating all this drama in our head, but it's not even reality. Because what real reality is when you're in the quarantine hotel, no matter if it's a big hotel or a small hotel, when you live in the present moment, you're just breathe and realize you're alive still, and feel the aliveness in your hands and everything. You look around and you're like, hey, nothing's going on. Everything is actually very peaceful and everything's really fine. I just have to be able to be comfortable with myself. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, I'm gonna start talking about something deeper, and I don't know if you guys will understand it, but I'm in such a more spiritual time of my life, a learning of my spiritualness, that I know that the form that I am, this body, this hair, this head, and these bones, that I have, that I'm in this robe, it's a form that I am on earth. But this form is just a form like anything else. We're all just a form here. But what lasts forever and is eternal is inside our soul, that is so much bigger than that we know. We are a part of this oneness in this world that you could call God, or you could call Buddha, or you could call whatever you believe in, religious way or not, or just the creator of our world, or whatever it is. We're a part of something so much bigger, but we limit ourselves because we're in this form. But when we're able to not just live in this form and be worried and thinking about what other people think of us that hinder us, we could actually take what's inside of us. If we're able to use the presence of power at this moment, to use that power, and we're able to actually change things in the world. What am I talking about? Sometimes I rampage. What I'm saying is, I think sometimes we take our life so seriously on earth that we forget the bigness of ourselves. We're trapped in this little form, this little body that we are, but we don't remember, we don't know, we're not awakened that we know that we're actually a part of everything. All of us are together. We're all connected with the water, with the skies, with the trees, with the flowers, with every human being. We are all the same, and we're no better than anyone else. We're only better or weaker than anyone else when we're thinking of it in here. Do you get what I mean? Life just keeps on moving forward, and every moment is the present moment. Like, even if you worry about the future, during that moment when it comes, it's still the present moment. Do you know what I mean? It's always the present moment. So all we have to do is focus on our present moment. And when we're able to focus on the present moment, things accumulate one day by one day, and we don't even realize, you don't even have to calculate it. And all of a sudden, one day, something comes up. A beautiful result comes out of it. So that all these present moments will join together and accumulate and equal to, in the future, a beautiful outcome. Because if I do well in this present moment, and I do next very well in the present moment, and I do next very well in the present moment, my future will be great. But if I start not liking my present moment, so I did bad in this present moment, the next present moment I do bad, the next present moment I do bad, your future's not going to be good. So it's kind of like it's effort, like you have to have effort to live in the present moment. You have to snap out of it and stop living in the past, stop worrying about the future, and stop grieving about the past. Live in this present moment. Everything that has passed has already passed. You still have a choice today to choose to live in a present, peaceful, and enjoyment state. But you need to enjoy this present moment instead of complaining about this present moment, because nothing you can do by complaining. It only causes not only do you have that mental drama of like complaints and being sad and stressed, but you're making this moment even harder than it is when it could be much more peaceful. Because this present moment's not going to go anywhere. I mean, this present moment's just gonna, right now, as I say present, the zint and the pre is already gone. The zint now is already gone. What I said is already gone. Do you know what I mean? So right now, all I have is this present moment. So all we have to do is enjoy this present moment. I hope you understand. This is quite confusing, but I guess during this quarantine period, that is what I'm getting out of it. That's what I'm learning out of it. And I've been loving it. If you really think about it, God created you. We have this life when other people, so many people in this world want a life, but maybe they're sick. Maybe they can't walk. Maybe they can't even breathe. And they're striving to have that one little breath, second breath left. And we're here, we have life, but we're not embracing the gift that we have every day on this form world. Everybody one day will go to a formless state, because we're not just who we are in this, body of ours. We're not. Inside is something big. We're just connected to something big. And one day we're going to become formless, but our life will continue and we'll all meet up there and we'll be happy. Make this life right now on earth your heaven. During this quarantine period, I want to make every day of my life during this quarantine period, or even after quarantine, heaven. Forgive what happened yesterday and live in the present. Try. You know, we're just beings on earth that always need more and more and more. We're never satisfied. Even if you have a dream of having your dream job, you'll get it. And then that job will not be satisfying to you because you'll be like, oh, maybe the boss isn't nice, or this isn't that. I want a better job. And then maybe you buy your first apartment or whatever, and you'll be like, I want a bigger apartment. Or you get your like really tiny bag that you earned yourself for working, like 8 hours, like for a month, 8 hours a day for a month, and you finally get your nice bag. After what happens, that bag, you put it down and you want another bag. We're just beings on earth that always want more, and this is just the normal. It's normal. This is just the way, I guess, humans are, but we don't need all that stuff. We really don't. We just need to be happy with ourselves, and that happiness no one can give you. Your family can't give it to you, your friends can't give it to you, work can't give it to you, because we're just beings that are never satisfied. Happiness can only be happened within yourself. Within yourself. And happiness comes from what? From right now. Everything that you're stressed out about or worried about or sad about, think about it right now. Is it really that bad? Of course there are things that are really bad. But in this moment, is anything happening? No, it's actually quite good. It's here. This place plays with people a lot. It played with me before too. But now I'm so much more aware and I'm practicing it. No, I'm not a saint. I got my little issues too, and I got my mind running around a lot too. But man, am I trying to practice every day, just living in the present moment. Practice, practice, practice. Pray, 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 pray. Then you'll be clear. Then you'll be happy. Then you'll have a smile on your face. But just try to remember to really take care of yourself. And there's things sometimes in life, if it's not for the well-being of yourself, you need to learn to say no or set boundaries in a kind way. Right? It's hard. It's not easy. I'm still learning. I'm the type that always pleases people, and I've always been, and I guess that's just from my upbringing. And then I feel uncomfortable after, and then it eats me up inside. But I'm growing up and I'm learning. I'm learning to set some boundaries. And sometimes I don't set it, but then I remind myself, I'm like, next time if it happens, I better set some boundaries. Then it makes everybody happy. Because you're speaking from the heart. You're speaking clearly what you really want, right? Or what makes you comfortable, instead of trying to please other people and living their lives. We only have one life. We need to live our life, not other people's lives. We're not living for other people. We need to live for ourselves. Okay? It's just like when you go on an airplane and if there's like an accident coming up, you need the TV screen tells you to put on your seatbelt and your oxygen mask first. It's because you need to take care of yourself and make sure you're stable, you're grounded, you're strong enough so you can help others. So I just really wish and bless everybody to have this quiet time. I'm so lucky that I've been able to have this quarantine time with my son, and he's napping. This is the best blessing that I've had. I get to so quality time with him. When we're playing Lego, I see the colors and I feel the Lego, and I'm like having major reel to reel eye contact, and he's connected and he looks so happy because mommy is giving his full attention. That's presentness, and that's the gift that we can give our children, is presentness, instead of being so busy multitasking while playing and on your phone to playing and on your phone. Presentness is the best gift you can give yourself, your friends, your family. I bless everyone to have a smile on their face, and I'm just so thankful for everyone that keeps on watching my YouTube channel. And and allows me to blah, 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 and blur, 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 blur all my thoughts. But my intention here every time is just to share something that kind of works for me or what I have revealed in my life sometimes. I'm learning along the way, and some things that I say may not be right, but it's up to you, you know? You think about it. Don't just intake whatever I say. You know, I'm no superpower person. I'm just a human exactly the same as you. Exactly the same. We're just on earth here learning to love, learning to use the true power within ourselves, learning to have God use us in the way He wants us to be used. That's all. So, you decide. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Oh, remember, if you haven't, click on the link to subscribe, click on the notification bell, and comment below. Talk to me. I do respond in the comments when I can. So, bye. Hello.
Hello.
Love you, Callie.
I love you, Teddy.
Love you, Daddy.
I love you, Teddy.
We miss you.
I miss you.